Hello, everybody. Once again, this is number 15, the Chiat Day binder. And why do we do this? Well, actually, why am I doing this? Because again, Chiat Day is the best agency in the history of the world so far. Want to fight? Because everything from the biggest clients, most of the time, to the smallest clients has the same smarts, target consumer insights, and craft of typography, clean design, bold design, and nuance. And we need that in our Web 2.5, Web 3.0 world more than ever. There's no point in putting a banner ad or an Instagram post or a TikTok video if you're not putting your very, very best into it. So for young people, I'm going to remind you what quality really means and how to bring it to anything you do. And for people in the mid part of their career, keep them on track of doing great work. And for people who are older and have forgotten what great is, this is why. Now, I've talked about the big brands and Apple, and I've talked about Nissan for 2 days. But these are lesser known Chiat Day pieces of business, and they're not necessarily world-changing, but it's still grinding out the craft. For the Chiat Corporation, which were lenses, simple trade ads like how to save the neighborhood. Look at that. See? The headline, the first thing you experience with a brand, the first thing you write that gives you the sense of, oh, this might be fun. This might be interesting. This might be talking my language. That's really important. Dave Butler, Lee Clow's original writing partner, who really didn't want to ascend like Lee did, and was always a writer. God bless him. See? Switches that turn people on. Yeah, a simple flip of the phrase, a flip of the logic that just instantly pulls you in and says, oh, this is fun. Because taking pictures should be fun. And if the headline is fun and actually works a little bit harder than most of the things you see on the internet. We shot the competition just to prove a point. See, we shot the competition. Yeah, you can call it a pun, you can call it cheap, whatever, but it isn't. When you say we shot the competition, if you actually think that we want to shoot the competition, that is saying that we are confident and we are bold. Right? But then there's the other point. So you're smart. A smart person knows how to make smart humor. And a smart brand, a smart company with technology like making camera lenses knows how to do that. There were more work they did for that, but I've only got a few in here. That just shows that it doesn't matter what the assignment is. You treat it just like any other assignment or get out of the business. If you're doing direct mail or you're doing the back end of a website, you're doing something, turning data into charts, make it entertaining and fun to read. And if not, because you think you're not being paid enough, then let me talk to your boss. And if the client says, no, we just got to get it out there, give me your client's name and number. I'll talk to them for you. Those little experiences where the subconscious immediate impression is, wow, this is really, really high quality, makes a difference. And no, data can't always measure it, but think for yourself. When you see something that looks a little smarter, looks a little bit better, a little nicer, a little more beautiful, what do? I'm going to hear one person say, oh, when I see that, I definitely am turned off, and I skip it and I forget it. I'm going to hear one person say that. They did work for Businessland. This was even during the times of the early days of Apple, where it was Businessland was a store that sold things for businesses, and they did that. This section of the binder, and see, let you know where we are. We've done this. We haven't done this. Okay? See how yellow this is? It's old. That's because paper is alive and still decaying. Drexel Burnham, that was during a rough time of the Reagan years, when Wall Street was, But they did some interesting things, like a Youthful Page newspaper ad that says, Drexel Burnham doesn't have clients who think like this. Narrow, squish type. We've all done that at some point, right? But it's not done in the digital world so much anymore because we just type in whatever the template lets us do And whatever the app just kind of preforms, we don't think about the type anymore. Type, can, brand. What else do we have here? 10 minutes TBWA. How'd that get in here? Oh, here we go. Fashion. Oh, Barney's, New York. I can't even read this, but it was sale for Barney's and it has a picture of a rush hour traffic. I mean, this is, Doyle Dane Burnback 301. Zach toothpaste. This was Chiat, San Francisco. Are tobacco stained teeth affecting the way you smile? Let's see, you got a person where they are, sunk down inside their suit. See, Doyle Dane Burnback, an arresting visual, making a point like that. Intel. This is, where's the credit on this? Intel. See, when I made copies out of the old award books, they were pretty sloppy about the way they put the credits. Here we go. Chiat Incorporated, and this is art directors John DeBonis and Harry Ray. Okay, so this is Chiat Los Angeles for Intel. See, technology, whether you have Apple or you're chasing Apple or whatever, you have to realize that one piece of business in one category can get you another. So here's great writing, and art direction got in the way. Here it says, 2 ways of looking at multitasking. See? Ours, theirs. 2 ways of looking at it. Ours, theirs. Now, for instance, when you do something like that, let's say you've got a lot of competitors in a category. With your brand, you can say, no, there's only 2, us, and identify the enemy. See? 2 ways of looking at multitasking, ours and theirs. Now, what if someone said, no, wait, we're one of the other brands? Well, guess what? That brand has just pushed you out of the page. That's competitive smartness. Redefine the category with how you talk about yourself. Like, this is really cool. The definite limit to what our microcontrollers can do. The definite limit to what our microcontrollers can do. This guy. And look at this one. I love this. Is the best. A definitive statement about which microprocessor is best. It depends. It depends. Love it. Let's see. 1-800-Flowers. Now, this was something that Johns and Gorman worked on. And these were really, really kind of gentle things. Fresher than artichoke, they call this one. They were beautiful, beautiful. Not that, that's that Pepsi Diet Coke shit. These were beautiful shots, moved very slowly, and used poetic language to describe the importance of flowers. That's not there. Oh, and the last one maybe I'll talk about today was something that was done, and this was also, I believe, I don't know which office did this. It was one with Jimmy the Greek. And what he says in this message, I gotta find my reading glasses because this is an old, bad Xerox. Well, he says here, I'm Jim the Greek, and I'm going to tell you about my biggest losses ever in the lives of my children. Tina and Florence died when they were very, very young. My oldest son faces death every day. The disease is called cystic fibrosis. It's the #1 genetic killer of young people. See, and he goes on, telling the story. And of course he says, look, I've spent my whole career understanding odds, and I know the chances are you won't do a thing about what I just said. But for the first time in my life, I'm betting against the odds. Jim the Greek was a bet maker. He was a celebrity bet maker, and so they used him to make a point of his own story of how cystic fibrosis had really ruined the lives of his family, and he's betting that you won't do anything about it. Now, this is a commercial that deserved to be seen hundreds of times more. Oh, yeah. Well, see, I can't rush through this because really we're going to be going for about 2 more days on other clients from In the Binder. And I may take a discussion outside the binder, talk about other notable clients like Oral-B, some things they did for that. And then we're going to be getting into Chiat Day's help wanted and self-promotional things. This is just going to get better and better and better. All right, so remember, what's the lesson here? Craft, writing, intimacy, really, really crafting typography and layout. And even, again, I don't care. Oh, I have to do banner ads. You know, if you don't believe that making a better banner ad typographically and writing-wise is going to make a difference to somebody out there, if you don't believe someone's going to see it and say, oh, I really like that. If you don't believe that, why are you in the business? You have to be talking to one person. You should be talking to the person who says they don't look at ads. You got to talk to the person who says, I don't think anything's remarkable. You got to talk to the person who says, life sucks, and prove them wrong. And prove them wrong. We have to exceed the public's imagination. What the public imagines an ad can be, you need to exceed that. Chiat Day did that better than anyone else at a time when technology entered and West Coast style rose to the top. See you tomorrow.